remember, people, too, part of my mother's illness, and my cousin witnessed it firsthand, okay? Because before my cousin was here, nobody's witnessing anything, right? Part of her illness, and my cousin said it outright, is to blame me for everything. Okay? Part of her illness is to, delusionally, okay? Because in her delusions, thinks she does nothing wrong. She would go to her psychologist. You think these other people probably didn't talk to him? That's why when my cousin left me that message, like they're all in cahoots, you know? When these people met with my mom in the hospital, how do you get along with your daughter? We get along fine. And your sister, fine, okay? But but remember, my mother wants to appear like everything's fine. She doesn't tell the truth. You understand? And even the advocate recognized that, but she's like, but she thinks she's telling, but she's not. If she's destroying her own house, in that when she's in the grips of madness, and then I have to overhear her because I have to sneak out and eavesdrop her talking to people and saying and not saying anything about her destroying her own house or staying up day after day and only getting 1 hour sleep and then waking up and et cetera, and everything on the floor and my dog had been out there. I have to hear her saying to her friends, she keeps Omar from, and even when Auntie's son came, she keeps Omar from me. She stays in her bedroom, barricaded behind her door. Yeah, I have to, Mom. I'm protecting my dog. You've destroyed your house. He's out there. He'll be dead in a second. You see what's going on here? She goes to her psychologist. He believes every word she says. She doesn't say anything that she does to provoke me into yelling at her. You understand? It's like they're pretending that he's just incompetent as far as I'm concerned, okay? I don't know what they think. Even dead auntie, live auntie would back me up on this. Of absolutely how difficult my mom can be, especially when she's approaching, okay? And her approaching a breakdown can go on for weeks before it hits, really bad. I'm not Mother Teresa. I did the best I could. I mean, she's going to her psychologist, and I know she's telling him, but she doesn't. She just acts like she doesn't acknowledge any part in anything. Even when she would talk to her friends on the phone or whatnot. So again, these people, these agencies, these whatever, these doctors, whatever, they can make me out to be a monster. I know the truth. I know the truth. And any non-moron, would know the truth. My mom doesn't want anybody to know that she's losing it a little bit, that she's, slipping into sometimes having dementia things. And if she does things particularly to endanger my dog and then acts like it's no big deal, I'm going to be upset. If she's contrite, it's one thing, but if she's acting like it's no big deal, And then I forget too, because you don't know, she seems fine, you don't know if she's going to have another breakdown or whatnot, The bottom line is we're all imperfect, we're all human, okay? person, a human being who's had chronic schizophrenia, but who sent for the past 36 years, but who wants to. My cousin will back me up. My cousin gently explained to my mom, just because you're taking your medication doesn't mean you're not mentally ill, okay? It means you're keeping it under control. See, my mom wants to think she's not sick. That's not true. Just because she's taking her medication doesn't make her not sick, okay? And it's especially delusional to say, okay, well, I'm not mentally ill because I'm taking my medication, but because you're not taking medication, you're mentally ill, which I don't say that I'm not, but you see where I'm getting at, people? That was these things that she would say to me. And she said it to my cousin too, and my cousin was like, no, you know what I mean? Because my mother wants to believe she's not sick. Of course she wants to believe that. Parents and children fight. What family now, especially nowadays, is not dysfunctional in one way or another, you know? Very few. I know that I love my mother. I know that I've done everything to try to protect her, even from herself. I'm far from perfect, you know? And that's why I had to be a bigger person to recognize that we shouldn't live together, even when she's still pushing for it, okay? A Christian woman thinks that I don't pray because I'm not praying the way she thinks I should pray, because she wants me to believe in the Jesus and the cross and the this and the that and heaven and hell and all that crap, see? She's wrong. I don't mean she's wrong in her beliefs. I mean she's wrong in I can't force myself to believe there's something out there that cares about me or cares about any of us, okay? But I can wish that there is, you know what I mean? I said to her, you're not respecting, I mean, she wouldn't even be doing this if I was like Jewish or something. You know what I mean? I'm like, but because she knows I'm nothing, it's like, oh, why can't I just believe in Jesus and God and all this? You know what I mean? I said, you're not respecting my beliefs. She's like, you're not respecting mine. I'm like, how am I not respecting yours? You're ordering me to pray. I'm not telling you you're stupid to believe in God and Jesus and all that crap. I'm just saying, respect the fact that I don't. But it's the only way, Laura. It's the only way. You know what I mean? So she's really aware of all this crap. Remember, she told me about Mad in America and Peter Reagan and all that. And she did that long before things got even worse. She just found out from me last night how worse things have gotten. And then I had to deliberate. I had to debate in my head whether I was even going to tell her, you know, because it's just so complicated, so complex, you know. And I'm a bigger person than my cousin. I can allow for the fact that there may have been misunderstandings between me and Auntie. Simply, remember, she was dealing firsthand with her sister, the one that I used to be, you know, dying slowly in front of, you know what I mean? My mom was dealing with that from a distance. My mom can't deal with it firsthand because it'll send my mother over the edge, you know? In the end, all that I can say, and I will say it here, I'll say it to the universe, I'll say it, you know, I make a blanket statement. Nobody on this planet knows what is in another person's heart, okay? Except for that person. You don't know what is in somebody's heart. You don't know anybody's true motives and intentions. Even if they tell you their true motives and intentions, you don't know for sure because people can lie, okay? In the end, each of us, we're the only ones who know what's in our own hearts. And if there's a God, higher power, whatever, then that God, higher power knows. And that's it. Okay? It was cousin who drew all this stuff up and filed the complaints, and I mean, none of us knows what's in another person's heart. Only Auntie knows what her true motivations, intentions, etc. But I'm like Joe. I'm 100% like Joe in that I would rather find out I'd rather find out I was wrong than you know what I mean? I don't know. This is all so sad. And then, like I said, childlike message. I'm at the library, and well, now they all know, you know. I mean, they don't know everything, but they do know, you know, that she's. But to just the one woman, because I'm tired. I just don't care. You know, because I was saying she didn't leave a number, and you can't. I said I know this only too well. You know, so she knows it's not the first time. She doesn't know that via my mom. She knows it via me because, you know, why am I gonna hide it? what, it's like Christian woman said, nowadays, my shoulder friend said the same thing, nowadays so many people are touched by mental illness, and so many people are on psych meds, and Christian woman even backed up, what I knew from touring that Psychiatry of Death years ago, and then I listened to a whistleblower who worked for one of the largest pharmaceutical companies, and Christian woman said it without ever hearing it from me. She's like, yeah, they want to say everybody's mentally ill. Their ultimate goal is to have everybody on psych meds. The whistleblower said, yeah, their secret ultimate goal is to have every man, woman, and child on the planet on some sort of psych meds. Okay. So there's few families that aren't touched in some way by this and whatnot, and I said to the librarian, yeah, sorry, she doesn't understand. I can't guarantee it won't happen again. She knows the library number by heart. Because even when she wasn't in the hospital, she would call me up, and I'd get off the internet computer, and I'd go, and she'd be calling just to, so when are you coming home? What should I make for dinner? And one of the other librarians at one point was like, your mom can't be calling here. We need to be able to have the lines free. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'll tell her, Mom and I shouldn't live together. It doesn't mean we don't love each other desperately, okay? It's called forgiveness. It's called compassion. All the foreign things foreign to these government agencies or judges or whatever, or even her psychologist who's just going to believe every word she says, and she doesn't understand that he's forming a really negative opinion of me without knowing the truth because he's only getting her side. You know what I mean? People living together in close quarters are going to clash most of the time. Be it child and parent, husband and wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, I know I love my mother. Doesn't matter what a fucking stranger's gonna declare otherwise, or make me out to be like this. I know, so, and I know how much she loves me. I also know how much I've wished that it wasn't the way it unfortunately was. There's no denying it. I mean, they already know all this shit, The rift in between me and the rest of my family, rest of my family, other, not my mom, but, there were misunderstandings abound. There were mistakes made. There were misunderstandings abound. There were the fact that I was in a fucking abusive relationship. Okay? It's all kinds of it. You know what I mean? And not just for 1 year or 2 years. Nearly 8 years, and then I wound up back there for another 2.5, simply because they let me. It was that or to go into a shelter, and they let me come back, and they let me stay there, but and then there was the Omar, my kid. I'm not going to have children. I never wanted children. He's my kid. You mama's kid, Omar? You Mama Kim, you walkie walk? Walkie walk on Mars? Walkie walk. Everybody doing the walkie walkie. Come on, baby, do the walkie walkie. Remember what Mama wrote in LA? Mr. Omaloo, I feel the way you do. I wanna go for walkie walkie too, like you. Right? Do you know these people watching us now can watch our old videos from LA? We used to, yeah, whatever, Mama. When we used to run, and we used to hang out in the park that wasn't a dog park, but people snuck in and had the dogs run loose anyway. And we used to walk for miles. Right? We used to, Omar, we used to walk for miles, didn't we? Yeah, you're not going back to bed. We're going to walkie walk. Mama's got to face the day, even if she doesn't want to. Walkie walk. 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 Walkie walk.